family 2 game today. I'm doing part 1 of what if Luffy was an actual pirate. So yes, I created this thumbnail all by myself. That's not something to brag about. But, now y'all might be clicking on this video and saying, what does he mean, what if Luffy was an actual pirate? Well, if you see, I actually should have named this, what if Luffy was an actual captain, So we're actually going to start at Alabasta, where they all go out to go pick their fruits. Luffy decides that he doesn't want to go, and he says, "Yard go," and he says, "Y'all go. I'll come later." Now, here's one thing about Luffy. He still has the gum fruit. He wields this katana, and he has a gun. He has great aim. On the ranking list, he ranks like 4th in the world of great snipers, but yeah. So Luffy, he loves like this guy's like Blackbeard, man. He'll die in treasure. He'll like literally no, and I ain't talking about Blackbeard from One Piece. Yeah, I'm talking about Blackbeard. He loves treasure. So yeah. So let's just get right into this. What if he says, "I don't want to go." How do I do this? I don't want to go. Y'all can go. Just the regular Luffy voice. Come on, Captain. We're gonna need an extra man. I don't know if I can see through the future, but somehow Zoro's gonna be the only one coming back with a lot of fruits. And Usopp is going to pass out. Or fake his own death. And then Sanji, you're going to swaddle over Nami. So I don't see the point. And Chopper, my son, you can stay. What? Yes, Chopper can stay. He's my son. Oh, dang, Luffy. Letting Chopper stay. As we didn't skip an entire episode, where that guy comes. Luffy's just looking at him as he says, "So, y'all have a lot of treasure." As then, it's time for Nami when she wants her black thing. Then, now Luffy's bounty is actually 100 mil. So, let's just say that the guy said, "Okay, it'll start at 50 mil." As they all say, "What?" And then Nami says, "Can you please lower the price a little?" How about 2 mil? No. 47. No. As he then says, no. 99.5 mil. Just a little bit more. How about 50 mil? No. How about 95.8 mil? Okay. I mean, as Luffy then says, okay, I see that this isn't going anywhere. As he then points a gun at the guy's head. He's bluffing, but he will actually shoot. Don't get it mixed up now. He's killed a couple Marines before. Like, when I say this guy's a pirate, he is pirate. He's piracy. Like, he's irony, As Luffy says, lower it down to 0. I'm sorry, but I can't lower it down to 0. do you think a gun can do to me? As Luffy then pulls out a sword. Who said that I was going to shoot you with a gun? As he then says, First Mate Zoro. Zoro said, as Zoro then takes out his katana, his sword, and he says, yeah, Captain Luffy. This guy's not listening to me. Lower it down to 0. Lower it down to 0. Okay. As the guy then gives it to Nami for free. And he says, all the stuff that you've already taken out of the bag, you're going to be handing that over to us. Now this is just to show you how far Luffy will go. As then we skip to the point where they're making a lot of noise. And when Luffy's nearly bumped over and then he does his gum bomb and he comes right back into the room, smashing Nami's paper map. She says, no, and then she does that entire stupid crying scene, like in the canon, but instead of Luffy being a simp and saying, oh, I'm sorry, Nami, instead, he's going to look at Nami, and then, while she's screaming at him, he's going to say, watch your tongue, mate. What? Watch your tongue. I don't like what you're saying. Now, come on. We have some more important things to do. As Luffy gets stronger and stronger over the year, he then adapts second gear. Right, Luffy's not gonna get beaten up so easily. You know, like, let's just say he doesn't use it in fights, but Luffy already has armament haki and observation haki. He just, like, let's say Garp taught him armament haki during the training, and he just picked up observation haki during the wait. So Garp stayed a little bit longer. And Garp saw that it was useless trying to get Luffy to turn into a marine, so he just went the pirate route. I know Garp would never do that in real life, but you know what I mean? You know, because all the legendary pirates, Zebek, Roger, Odin, Nougat, or Ed, or Whitebeard. And you know, people like that. Let's say Ace was more inspired of becoming a marine, but then he chose the pirate life because he got really after Sabo's death. So we're now going to skip to the Marine Ford. I keep saying Marine Ford, but it's actually Marine Ford. You want to buy a Ford? Half price off. I'm just kidding. We don't have a Ford anywhere here. Oh, my auntie does. We can see Straw Hat Luffy, who now actually has a bounty of 5. No. Who now has a bounty of about 800 million because, you know, piracy, robbing countries, and Whitebeard instantly recognizes the Straw Hat and recognizes Luffy as he says, no, he can't see the Straw Hat because Luffy's wearing this hat and then the Straw Hat's right under it. As he says, so, you're the, what's it called? No, Luffy actually has a $1.5 million bounty by Marine Forbes, so, yeah, you know, he's a little, yeah. So you're the infamous Straw Hat Luffy, or should I say, Luffy the Terrible. that was a horrible name, but who cares? It's just to, talk about how bad Luffy is, or how bad people picture him. Yes, I'm Monkey D. Luffy, the Terrible. Or just call me Straw Hat. The Terrible is a horrible name. What is a merchant? What is someone like you doing here? As the crowd then looks, as they see Monkey D. Luffy, they say, "That's Monkey D. Luffy. He won't think about killing you in a second." As Luffy then says, "Yes, I will, man." Now Luffy's already picked up the infamous Conqueror's Haki. Yeah, we're gonna make Luffy a little overpowered. He's an actual pirate. He's not a kid who loves adventure, and he's not a pirate / marine. He's a actual pirate. He's bad. Okay, bad Straw Hat Luffy. That's still a horrible name. Yeah, but we're just gonna stick with it. As Luffy walks down and he says, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I see. There's a lot of people here. Let's just get out with the randoms. But then, when Luffy's about to use his Conqueror's Haki, all of a sudden Kobe comes before him with 2 guns in his hand. Luffy! It's been so long since I've seen you. I'd love to take down my mentor. So you're the fine marine. Pink-haired Kobe. I guess the pink hair kept up with you, Kobe. But what do you say? You move out of my way and let me save my brother Ace. Now, Kobe is a lieutenant commander. As he says, "I'm sorry, Luffy, but your reign of terror ends now." What? What do you mean? Me and Helmeppo are going to defeat you now. Don't get all crazy about Helmeppo. He's just because of Kobe, he's a lieutenant junior grade. As Luffy then walks down at the battlefield and he says, "Don't let me do this." But then, all of a sudden, Kobe then shoots his gun, and then he keeps doing it. He says, "Bullet Mirage, pink-haired style." And then, when he thinks that he has Luffy now, he then looks off into the dust, as Luffy's not even scarred. Luffy says, "If you're going to shoot a bullet, aim it before you shoot, Kobe." As he then points at Kobe, Kobe's shaking in his pants because this isn't the usual, usual, no. Luffy doesn't just kill, crazy like that, He kills if he's a little irritated or mad. As Luffy looks at Kobe and then he shoots him right in the arm. This was arm deep. And Helmeppo says, "Hey, why would you do that?" And then all of a sudden, Luffy's right behind Helmeppo. As Helmeppo's then cut across his chest and falls on the ground. As Luffy then is walking away. But then Kobe gets up and he says, "I'm not over with you yet." As he then shoots his bullets over at Luffy. Luffy turns around, shoots one of the bullets, then that bullet bounced back, hits the bullet that Kobe shot, and that it hits Kobe right in his other arm, close to his collarbone. As Kobe then falls on the ground, bleeding out. Someone come and fix him. I won't want my friend to die. But let go of Ace. Are you crazy? You haven't even got to the admirals. As Luffy then looks up at the 3 admirals who are literally standing right in front of him. You took down a lieutenant commander like he was nothing. That's expected. But around here, you're only at the strength of probably a commodore. So, give up, surrender, and let us kill you. Luffy then looks back and then looks up. Aokiji, Okaiji, Aokiji, Okaiji, and Akainu. What's so random is that all of your names all start with A's. You know what A means. As they then open their eyes, you couldn't be... As he caught them all by surprise, you know, he couldn't have just killed the admirals like that. Now, Luffy's strong, but he ain't that strong now. You know what I mean? As he then cuts them, and then he sees this is not enough. So he cuts them 2 more times on their chest. As the admirals then fall to their knees. And then Luffy says, don't worry, this is just some gas to knock you out. It'll probably not knock out Kainu, but it'll slow him down. As he then shoots the bullets at the admirals, like this is in their back area. You know, like on the other side of their heart. So yeah, that's a little. So he's not gonna kill them. As they're then knocked out, as the poison is going through their body, they're paralyzed. But then Akainu burns out the poison. We know because he's magma or lava. As then Luffy says, "You got up a little quicker than I thought." Sometimes I should teach you how to stay down. As he then says, "Bullet barrage," and he keeps shooting Akainu, but these are infused hockey bullets. Yeah, Luffy's learned how to do that, which is kind of which is kind of a little bit high-key. And he's shooting Akainu, which these attacks are actually hitting Akainu. As Akainu, he didn't hit anywhere, as Akainu then falls. He dealt with the admirals like they were nothing. Now, like I said, on to finding. Hey, you stop, kid. You stop, kid. Stop, kid. You stop, kid. How random? How random is that? Stop, kid. I mean, you stop, kid. Or you stop, kid. Whatever. They didn't say, you stop, kid. Kid. I don't have time for you. As Luffy then just uses his Conqueror's Haki on everybody in the area, and which knocks them out, like high key. Arrange the terror. Straw Hat Luffy. As Luffy then points his bullets at Ace. Ace says, "No, you couldn't be." As he then shoots his bullet, which she actually shoots straight through Ace's arm just to break the chain. Like, he shoots straight through Ace's gut, which then hits the thing and then it breaks. There could have been a more subtle way of you to get me out of here. You didn't have to shoot me in the chest. I expected you to use your fire. Oh, right. In front of the Fleet Admiral and the Vice Admiral, you expect me to use my fire. What a dummy. Sagoku grabs what's his name on the neck and slams him right in the ground. He says, "I'm sorry. You're not gonna move, kid." As then Luffy sees this and he's then enraged. As he then goes into psycho mode. he does a little bit of, a little bit of that. Uma, he's kind of like Uma. He then says, now, I have a bounty to offer you. This is all hands on deck. Calling out to, he has a little siren voice, as he then yells, calling out to us, boys and girls. And then pirates then start to emerge, they start to emerge from the rocks. No, they're not dead or anything, they're just under the rocks. As they then come out, as they point their guns at the admirals. And Luffy says, are you sure you'd like to deal with this? You wouldn't actually kill us, Luffy. Or would I? As Luffy then looks into the eyes of Garp and Sengoku. Knowing those eyes, I don't know what he'll do next. He might actually kill us. Okay, let's set a bargain. I get Ace. This war stops. We all go home. Nice and clean. Or should I say, you kill Ace. And we destroy the entire Marineford. Kill the fleet admirals and the vice admiral. You'd kill your own grandpa, right? Hey, I never said that I would really kill you, did I? But I will hurt you. But I will make you stare a Shinigami face to face. As this shivers down both Son Goku and Garp's spines. They then say, this guy's the devil. We are staring. As Luffy then says, oh right, you are staring a Shinigami in his face. As they then start to back up, this kind of scares the pirates too. As Luffy then starts to emerge this powder, as he looks, and now everybody looks at him, and when they look at him, he's surrounded by kind of a Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper is coming to get Luffy, but then Luffy just puts his hand, the Grim Reaper's visible, as then he then stabs the Grim Reaper, and then he takes out the Grim Reaper's heart. Then he eats its heart, which then Luffy says, the Grim Reaper fruit. What? Don't you already have a devil fruit? Oh, I forgot to tell you. I don't just have a devil fruit. I have two. This shivers down everyone's spine. They're like, what? As then Blackbeard decides to come out. Hey, you stole my plan. I was going to be the only man to have two devil fruits. As then Luffy sends 50 men to shoot to shoot Blackbeard. As they do so. You're the one who got my brother in this big mess, didn't you? As Luffy just walks up there. He has the power to surround himself. It's kind of like a Susanoo. Then it's like he has a scythe, and he can fight with that scythe while he's in Susanoo form. Yeah, so it basically looks like a Susanoo, it's just that it has a scythe. Luffy takes up Ace as he touches Ace's gut, and he heals him. Now, this is just a little serum that Chopper gave him. Don't think that he has the devil's magic. Heck no. As Luffy then walks away, nobody even goes near this guy. As then Luffy then says, "Oh, I forgot. I'm a pirate. Men, shoot 'em all." As Garp then gets his hockey, and then Son Goku then gets his stuff. They're not gonna die, don't worry. as they're getting overwhelmed by the bullets, all of these bullets, and then they then get pushed all the way back. Garp bloody, Garp bloodied, and Son Goku has ginormous holes in him, which then when he reverts, he's bloody too. They then both fall on one knee as Luffy walks away. See, this is the whole sum of my power. As Luffy's now the most feared in the sea. They fear Luffy because of his power. So basically, now Luffy's bounty has jumped from 1.5, has jumped from 800 million, to 800 billion, which, yes, gives him the highest, wait, no, not 800 billion. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't wanna do that. I wanna do that. His bounty is now 7,059,600,000. That's Luffy's new bounty. As this, yeah, would make him have the highest bounty in history. Wait, let me see something. What is the highest bounty in One Piece history? This is all hands on deck. Calling out to lost boys and girls. Oh, so in what's it called? Luffy's bounty. Luffy ranks number 7 in the most highest bounties. Edward Newgate at 5 mil. Kaido at 4 mil. Charlotte, which is Big Mom, at 4.3 mil. Shanks 4 mil. Blackbeard a little 2 mil. Monkey, a little 1.5. Queen the Plague 1.3. Who's that? Queen the Plague from One Piece. Oh, him. Oh, that guy or girl, whatever. That person. Okay. Goldie Roger 5.5 billion. As when the world hears this, they're not scared of Monkey D. Luffy. He's called Treasures. He's called Reapers. He's now called the Death Reap. He's now called the Reaper of the Marines. Which, if he wanted to, he could. Like, he'll even betray pirates, but, he's cool with pirates. So, in all, Luffy has a crew of over 200,000 pirates. And this is all the supernovas, all the warlords, heck random pirates. Like, about, let's see, 200,000. 200,000. Oh, shoot. 200,000. Divide that by, let's say, 50%. No. Okay, so I'm not going to do any calculation. So basically, Luffy has an entire sum of, 200,000 pirates, 100,000 are randoms, another 50,000 is strong pirates, and then the other 50,000 is legendary strong pirates. So Luffy's kind of a pet guy, you know what I mean? And he has like commander groups. So Zoro's in charge of the legendary. Sanji's in charge of is in charge of the weak. I know it sounds like I'm trying to make Sanji, but no, I'm not. Sanji, and then And then, who else? Luffy. No. Like, his entire crew is in charge of different, like, they own different sections. But in all, Luffy's pictured as untouchable, and he's the worst criminal in the world. Like, the reason why this guy's pictured as untouchable, I don't even need to explain that, like, 200,000 pirates, consisting of 100,000 randoms who could still kill the fleet admiral. Nah, they probably couldn't. Then another 50,000, strong ones, like in the middle. And then another 50,000, like, Usopp's kid. No. Heck no. Another 50,000 who are at least at Zoro's level. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. This is where I'm going to be hanging out this way. If I can survive all your friends on your social media platforms, YouTube, we're out. And I'm definitely going to be doing a part 2.